Welcome to the next thrilling instalment of my 30 Beers for 30 Years series. This is a beer that I've actually had for a little while, for about 3 years now. It is the Alchemist's Farmer's Daughter. A Belgian-style Saison coming in at 7%. Like I said, I had this beer for a little while. I actually got it from Hop City when I went for the first time with Craig from Kent Beer Reviews, and Rob was actually part of the festival. He was actually there on the day, running shit, had a little headpiece and everything. Met up with Harry, met up with Stuart, cough, 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 met up with Al, who we have subsequently met up with at future Hop City events. But me and Craig actually did the full fat every session, and you got a little gift bag, and you got some like tat in there, like this lovely Keychain bottle opener, which I don't think I've ever used. Obviously, get the glass. But you got a can of Alchemist beer, because that was the sort of crazy thing that was happening that year. Alchemist were pouring their beers fresh cans, brought over, air freighted over. And this was the beer that I got in my bag. Of course I wanted Heady Topper or Focal Banger or something like that, but I got Farmer's Daughter, and I don't know why I just haven't got round to ever drinking it. It's just been sitting in my fridge literally for 3 years. So I thought, cracking it in my 30 Beers for 30 Years series. So that's enough waffle. I think Craig got Heady Topper or Focal Banger. He got one of the good ones. They're pouring 3 beers. They're pouring Luscious, which is their sort of like big Imperial Stout. They've got Heady Topper, Focal Banger, and they're pouring this. So I have had this before. My recollection is hazy, to say the least, because, well, it was 3 years ago and I was drunk for most of it. But it's quite an interesting Saison. It's actually Pilsner malt and Saaz hops is what, and apparently it's quite heavily hopped. But it has a Belgian yeast strain that they use for it. So it's quite a bit of a different take on a Saison. But beer in the lovely Hop City glass. Yeah, it's ultra pale, really sandy, lemon curd with a really ultra bright white head on top. Looks great. Let's go for a sniff, shall we? Oh, wow. I mean, it's quite interesting, really. Because I mentioned about the sort of Pilsner malt and the Saaz. And if somebody gave me this blind, I would have said that's a lager, but it's given me those lagery vibes. The Saison-iness might have died out. There's a grassiness, lemon citrus quality. It's herbaceous. There's a, I want to say like basil or something like that. Not picking up too much of that Belgian yeast, but it smells damn good. It smells like a really good lager. Let's go for a taste. Maybe salivate a little bit. Let's go for a taste. Cheers. The mouthfeel is pillowy. It's almost like the sensation of like eating a meringue. Yeah, on the flavour, you do get a little bit of that Belgian yeast character. It's almost like slightly going down like wheat beer territory. There's a little bit of banana on there, but that is quaffable. I'm surprised how good that still tastes after sort of sitting in my fridge for 3 years. And it has stayed cold this entire time. It's done a few house moves, but as soon as the fridge was turned back on, it was straight in there. Yeah, let's go for another little pour here, shall we? Yeah, that herbaceous character comes through. There's also a faint sort of white pepper spiciness. I mean, this would be a sort of Saison to give to people who aren't necessarily into Saisons. It's almost like a lager Saison hybrid. And to be honest, I'm fucking digging it, boy. I mean, the beer's fantastic. And the reason I stuck it in my 30 Beers for 30 Years box is because it just reminds me of that lovely couple of days in Leeds that I had in 2017 when I went to Hop City and hanging out with Craig the whole time, and Harry, and then Rob when we got the chance. It was just a great time. We had an absolutely great time. I mean, I've never done that many days of a festival again because it killed me. I mean, one day of a festival now kills me. But that was so good. It really was sort of amazing. And to try all these crazy beers and yeah, good times, good memories. So why don't you watch one of the other videos from my 30 Beers for 30 Years series if you've missed any. I've been Jake. Remember to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this beer if you've had it, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.